Dear students, from Health Education and Community Pharmacy, our next topic is communicable diseases. The objective behind this topic is after completion of this topic, students should understand the following: definition of communicable diseases and risk factors of communicable diseases, causative agents, mode of transmission, prevention, care, and control of respiratory infections, intestinal infections, arthropod-borne infections, and sexually transmitted diseases and surface infections. Communicable disease is defined as an illness of infectious nature which can spread from one person to another directly or indirectly through an infectious agent, or from sick to healthy persons either by direct contact or through host vector environment, that is air, water, soil, dust, etc., or food. The differences between these communicable and non-communicable diseases are: communicable disease is caused due to some infectious agent, whereas non-communicable disease is caused due to multiple causes but not due to infectious agent. Communicable disease can transmitted from one person to another directly or indirectly, whereas non-communicable disease cannot be transmitted from person to person directly or indirectly. Communicable disease can be transmitted by any as air, water, soil, dust, food, sputum, etc. Whereas non-communicable disease cannot be transmitted by any agency. Communicable disease possesses a definite onset and incubation period, whereas non-communicable disease do not possess definite onset and may possess a very long latent period. Communicable diseases are not genetic in origin, whereas non-communicable disease can be genetic in origin, example diabetes or certain heart diseases. Communicable disease eliminating infectious agents can control these diseases, whereas non-communicable disease avoiding risk factors such as smoking, alcohol consumption, stress, etc. are some ways to control these. The classification of communicable diseases are done as follows. These diseases is caused when an infectious agent enters the body of the healthy person. The infectious agents which can infect various systems of the body include bacteria, viruses, fungi, protozoa, rickettsia, helminthes, etc. The various classifications or the classes of these communicable diseases are as follows. Respiratory infections, they are chickenpox, measles, influenza, diphtheria, whooping cough and tuberculosis. Intestinal infections are poliomyelitis, hepatitis, cholera, typhoid, paratyphoid, food poisoning, hookworm infections and amoebiasis. Arthropod-borne infections are plague, malaria and filariasis. Surface infections are rabies, trachoma, tetanus, leprosy, scabies and pediculosis. Sexually transmitted diseases are syphilis, gonorrhea and AIDS. We will start respiratory infections. Very first is chickenpox, is also known as varicella, is an acute infectious disease. It is a viral infection. It occurs mainly in children below 10 years of age. One attack generally confirms the immunity for rest of the life. Subsequent attacks are rare, but in certain cases, second attack of chickenpox may also occur. Causative agents of chickenpox is varicella zoster virus. These also cause herpes zoster infection. Mode of transmission of this disease is by droplet infection or by discharge from the ruptured lesions of the skin, and its incubation period is in between 14 to 17 days. The various symptoms of chickenpox are fever, appearance of rash on trunk, face, limbs, and pustular, that is filled with pus. These pustular lesions are observed. Prevention and control. Isolate the patient first. Disinfectant all the articles used by patient. Varicella zoster immunoglobulin, that is VZIG, is given within 72 hours of exposure, and there is no specific treatment for chickenpox. Very second disease is measles. Measles is also known as rubella. It is one of the commonest infectious disease of children up to 6 years of age. One attack gives a high degree of immunity even for whole life. Mother who had one attack of measles imparts the immunity of her infant for 6 months of age. The causative agents of measles, that is rubella, is rubella virus and is transmitted from person to person through droplet infection, that is sneezing, talking, kissing, etc. Articles like spoons, secretions of nose, throat, or the throat of the patients. Incubation period varies from 10 to 14 days. Its signs and symptoms are observed in two stages. Very first stage is pre-eruptive stage. In this, there is a high fever, sneezing, running nose, watery and red eyes are there, cough, hoarseness of voice due to laryngitis, small bluish white spot on red base, that is also known as Koplik spot, can be seen inside the cheeks around the opening of the parotid glands. These signs and symptoms last for about 3 to 4 days. Second stage of signs and symptom is eruptive stage. This stage begins on 4th to 5th day of illness. In this, dusky red muscular rash appears first on face and neck, behind ears, and then all over the body in 2 to 3 days. Prevention and control of measles. Children should be immunized against measles. A single dose of 0.5 ml vaccine is given at the age of 9 to 12 months. The various preventive and controlling measures are as follows. Isolate the patient as soon as the signs and symptoms of measles appears. Protect the eyes of patient from light and glare. Disinfectant the discharge of nose and throat of the patient. Antibodies may be given to the patient to prevent secondary infections. And next is immunize the susceptible children. Third disease is influenza. It is an acute, highly communicable disease of upper respiratory tract. In short, it is known as flu. This is a worldwide infection, affects the people of all ages and both sexes. Causative agents of influenza is it is caused by influenza virus type A, type B and type C and is transmitted through droplet infection or the droplet nuclei created by sneezing, coughing and talking. The virus enters through the respiratory tract. Incubation period, it varies from 1 to 2 days. Signs and symptoms of influenza are it is characterized by sudden onset of fever, chill, headache, pain in the limbs and back, sore throat and cough. The fever may rise up to 104 degree Fahrenheit and persist for 3 to 4 days. If proper care is not taken, it leads to pneumonia, bronchitis, and ear infections. Prevention and treatment. There is no specific treatment for influenza. Bed rest is advised until fever subsides. Analgesics, antipyretics like paracetamol 0.5 to 1 gram every 6 hours can be given. Antiviral drugs, amantadine, ranitidine can be given for the treatment and prophylaxis of influenza. The currently available influenza virus vaccine, trivalent, can be used for immunization. Following measures should be adopted. Isolate the suspected case. Avoid meeting with people. Avoid going to overcrowded place. Body should be protected from chills by wearing warm clothes. Face mask should be used while attending patient. Clothes, bedding, fomentities and room used by patient should be thoroughly disinfected. Sneezing, spitting and coughing in the public places should be avoided. Saline gargles should be regularly done. Fourth disease is diphtheria. It is an acute infectious disease affected most commonly the throat, tonsil, larynx or nose. It produces grayish white false membrane which blocks the air passage and cause difficulty in breathing. This disease affects persons of all ages, but children of 3 to 5 years are more affected. Newborn infants are not affected due to immunity received from the mother. The causative agent of diphtheria is Corynebacterium diphtheriae. Mode of transmission, most common spread by droplet released by the patient or carrier. Transmission also takes place through bacilli contaminated droplet nuclei, spread by direct contact with infectious cutaneous lesions. Cups, handkerchiefs, toys, thermometers, etc. contaminated by nasopharyngeal secretion of patient or a carrier can also spread this infection. The incubation period of diphtheria varies from 2 to 5 days. The signs and symptoms are there is a difficulty in swallowing and patches of greyish yellow membrane appears over the tonsils and throat. Swabs from this membrane shows the presence of organisms. Patient suffers from fever and toxemia. Prevention and control. Most effective way is to give DPT vaccine, early detection of disease, followed by complete treatment. Treatment with antibiotics such as erythromycin is given. The isolation of detected cases prevent the effectively the disease spread. And last one is advise completely bed rest to the patient to prevent cardiac and other complications. Our fifth disease is whooping cough. Whooping cough is also known as pertussis. Is a highly infectious disease if the respiratory tract in which trachea and bronchioles are involved. It occurs in all ages but more common in children under 5 years of age. The causative agent is Bordetella pertussis and is transmitted through disease spread by droplet infection and through the fomites of patient. Its incubation period varies from 7 to 14 days. Signs and symptoms of whooping cough. There is a slight fever, cold, running nose, irritating cough lasting for few days to several weeks. During coughing, face becomes red, tears from eyes and vomiting are common symptoms. A typical whooping sound occurs. Prevention and control. Early diagnosis by bacteriological examination of noses and throat secretions. Isolation of contacts and cases. Treatment with erythromycin. Active immunization with pertussis vaccine or DPT vaccine. Passive immunization with immunogamma-globulin. Disinfect nasal and buccals discharges. And seventh one is cough preparations and antibiotics may be given to the patient. Sixth disease is tuberculosis. It is a chronic infectious disease caused by tubercle bacilli. Disease is distributed throughout the world, largely in developing countries, and is important cause of the death in most part of the world. Tuberculosis primarily affects lungs and causes pulmonary tuberculosis. It may also affect intestine, meninges of brain, bones, joints, lymph glands, skin, etc. Tuberculosis occurs at any age but common in old age or 30 years of age. The causative agents of TB is Mycobacterium tuberculosis. It is transmitted by airborne infection by droplet from sputum of the patient through coughing, sneezing and talking of the patient. Incubation period varies from few months to few years depending upon host parasite contact and severity of the infection. The signs and symptoms are cough for more than 2 weeks, fever, weakness, loss of weight, loss of appetite, chest pain, blood in sputum, body is wasted, cheeks are flushed, eyes shrunken and lips are dry. Breath has a peculiar odor and sputum is copious. Prevention and control of TB. Early detection of cases by microscopic examination of sputum and by chest X-ray. Preventive treatment with INH, that is isoniazid, and INH plus ethambutol combination. Combination treatment for complete duration. Next is isolation. Immunization with BCG vaccine. And sixth one is balanced diet and health education is given. Next part is intestinal infection. Under this intestinal infection, very first disorder is polio or poliomyelitis. Poliomyelitis is also known as infantile paralysis. Is an acute infectious disease of human alimentary tract but may affect the central nervous system, that is brain, spinal cord and nerves, resulting in paralysis. The legs are more affected than arms. Nerve cells, once dead, cannot grow again. It affects all ages, but children below 5 years of age are more susceptible. This disease is worldwide distributed. Causative agents are poliomyelitis virus, serotype 1, serotype 2 and serotype 3. Symptoms are as follows. In 90% cases, there are no symptoms. About 8% show mild illness and 1 to 2% suffer from major illness when the virus attacks central nervous system and produces varying degree of paralysis. An attack of polio begins with fever, sore throat, headache, stiffness of neck. In a few cases, it leads to foot drop and flaccid paralysis of limb takes place. Mode of transmission. Main transmission is through fecal oral route. Another route is the droplet infection. This occurs in the acute phase of disease. When the virus occurs in the throat, close personal contact with an infected person facilitates the droplet infection. Prevention and control. Most important and only effective way to prevent polio is vaccination. Commonly, oral polio vaccine is given. Another prevention way is to improve and keep personal hygiene by proper cleanliness and sanitization. Community health education is also important way to prevent this disease. In India, PPIP, that is Pulse Polio Immunization Program, as mass immunization program is under operation for national polio eradication. Second is hepatitis, is also known as a viral hepatitis. The term viral hepatitis include two major types of hepatitis, namely hepatitis A and hepatitis B. The hepatitis A, children are more affected than adults. An attack of hepatitis A generally provides the immunity against second attack. The causative agent of hepatitis A is known as infectious hepatitis and it is caused by hepatitis A virus. Its incubation period is 15 to 45 days and mode of spread is by fecal oral route from person to person by direct contact and unhygienic condition. Symptoms are fever, chills, headache, weakness and jaundice. And its prevention and control is safe disposal of excreta, prevention of contamination of water, wood and food and milk, passive immunization with human normal immunoglobulin is done. Hepatitis B, that is also known as HBV, it is acute systemic infection which affects liver leading to cancer of liver. Causative agent is also known as serum. This disease is also known as serum hepatitis, which is caused by hepatitis B virus. Incubation period is 60 to 180 days. Mode of spread is by parenteral route through injected blood, dialysis, contaminated needles and syringes, ear or nose piercing tattooing, from mother to fetus, and by sexual contact or even by kissing. Blood-sucking arthropods such as mosquito and bedbugs can transmit the disease. Symptoms of hepatitis B is fever, chills, headache, weakness and jaundice. Prevention and control is screening of blood donors of HBV infection, proper sanitization of needles and syringes, immunization with hepatitis B vaccine. Third disease is cholera. Is an acute infectious disease of intestinal tract characterized by sudden onset of severe diarrhea and vomiting leading to rapid dehydration, often resulting in death of patient. The causative agent of cholera is Vibrio cholerae and its incubation period is very short, from few hours to 5 days. The symptoms of cholera are diarrhea, that is rice water stools occurs, nausea and vomiting, urine suppression followed by dehydration often resulting in death, intense thirst, cramp in legs and abdomen. The mode of transmission of cholera is that is spread mainly by contaminated food, water and milk. Human beings is the only reservoir of cholera infection. Immediate source of infection is the stools and vomits of cases and the carriers. The prevention and control, very first method, early detection of suspected cases and bacteriological examination of stools for confirmation, notification to the local healthy authority, treatment which involves rehydration of patient by giving ORS, that is oral rehydration salt, and administration of antibiotics like tetracycline, disinfection of stools, humidors, clothes, beddings, rooms and utensils. Sanitary measures like water control, fly control and disposal of etc. Next is prevention by cholera vaccine, especially during fairs and festivals. Next is health education, stressing the importance of food hygiene, personal hygiene and water hygiene. Water and milk should be consumed only after boiling. And last preventive measure is fruits, vegetables should be thoroughly cleaned before use. Fourth disease is typhoid. The term enteric fever includes both typhoid and paratyphoid fevers. The causative agents are typhoid caused by Salmonella typhi and paratyphoid causes by Salmonella paratyphi A, paratyphi B and paratyphi C. The incubation period varies from 7 to 28 days. The mode of transmission is, it is transmitted by fecal-oral route or urine-oral route. Also transmitted by contaminated food, water and milk. It is transmitted indirect through contaminated water, milk, food or through Flies. Signs and symptoms are: early symptoms include nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, constipation, cough, headache, slow pulse rate, and fever. In later symptoms, fever rises every day, continues to 2 to 4 weeks. Patient feels weakness, weight loss, poor appetite, pain in the abdomen, enlargement of the spleen takes place. The preventive and controlling measures are control of reservoir and control of sanitization is done. Education of people for sanitization and personal hygiene. Immunization with TAB vaccine containing Salmonella typhi, Salmonella paratyphi A and Salmonella paratyphi B. Water and milk should be consumed only after proper boiling. Fifth disease is food poisoning. Is an acute gastroenteritis caused by indigestion or caused by ingestion of food or drink contaminated either by bacteria, their toxins, inorganic substances, or poisonous derived from plants and animals. Food poisoning may be classified as chemical food poisoning, which includes arsenic, cadmium, cyanide, copper, sulfate, fluorides, fertilizers, pesticides, etc. Second part is food poisoning from plants and animals. Ingestion of certain varieties of poisonous mushrooms, fish, meats, etc. Third, food poisoning by bacteria and toxins. That is, contaminated bacteria are Salmonella, Staphylococci, botulism. Signs and symptoms of food poisoning includes nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, headache, dryness of mouth, double vision, sweating, cramps, weak pulse. Death may occur in 4 to 6 days due to heart failure or respiratory failure. Prevention and control. Personal hygiene and food sanitization should be ensured. Stored food should be freshly prepared and eaten at same time. Surplus food should be kept in refrigerator or cool place. Strict supervision is done in restaurant, messes and other places where food is cooked. In food poisoning case, gastric lavage should be given. Sixth is hookworm infection, or also called as uncyclostomasis, is one of the main cause of anemia in the tropical regions. It is caused by parasitation of the small intestine with Uncyclostoma duodenale and Nectaroamericanus. The anterior end of worm is bent dorsally. Hence, it is known as hookworm. Male worm is shorter than female worm. Mode of transmission. A single female worm may give 10,000 to 20,000 eggs per day, which are passes in feces. When they laid on the warm soil, the eggs hatch into the larvae outside the human body in soil. When person walks barefoot on the contaminated soil, the infective larvae penetrate the skin and enter the body of the healthy person. From skin, they enter into the bloodstream and carried to the heart, lungs, trachea and pharynx, and then they are swallowed. They goes to stomach, small intestine, where they develop and start giving eggs in 6 weeks. The adult worm attaches to the mucosa membrane of the small intestine. Signs and symptoms of hookworm includes iron deficiency anemia, joint pains, abdominal pain, edema, general weaknesses, loss of body resistance. Prevention and control. First, defecation in open should be avoided. Use of sanitary latrine. Third, habit of walking barefoot is avoided. Public should be educated for proper sanitary latrines. And fifth is drugs like mebendazole, albendazole, pyrantel, protein-rich diet, iron and folic acid should be given to the patient. Our next major type is arthropod-borne infections. Under this very first disease is plague. The causative agent of plague is Yersinia pestis. Plague is an infectious disease transmitted to man by infected rat fleas. It is primarily a zoonotic disease. The causative agent is Yersinia pestis, which is present in the buboes, blood, spleen and liver of the infected person. Types of plague are three: bubonic plague, pneumonic plague and septicemic plague. Mode of transmission: the fleas feed on the rat and infect them. The infected rat dies. After the death of the rat, fleas leave the rats in search of food. These fleas may bite human beings. While biting, the fleas regurgitate the plague bacteria from stomach and thus infect the man during the next blood meal. In later stage of human plague, Yersinia pestis may be expectorated and man-to-man spread may occur by droplets. Signs and symptoms. Plague organisms in body reach lymph nodes and produces severe inflammatory response. Plague develops sudden fever, chills, headache and inflammation of lymph glands. In few days, enlarged and tender, that is buboes, develop in groin, often in axilla and in neck region. Rapid toxemia develops along with rapid pulse rate, hypotension and mental confusion. Bubonic plague develops into septicemic plague, where blood-stained sputum with plague bacilli is expectorated. Finally, develops pneumonic plague, where patient expectorates large amount of blood-stained, frothy, high infective sputum, which is followed by cyanosis and death occur. Prevention and control. Control of cases by early diagnosis, notification, isolation, treatment and disinfection of sputum and discharges are done. Control of fleas with insecticides like DDT or BSC is done. Third, control of rodents with rodenticide and by tapping it. Vaccination with Hopkins anti-plague vaccine. Next, chemoprophylaxis with tetracycline and sulfonamides. Sixth, health education about plague and involvement of the rodents is done. Second disease is malaria. Causative agents of malaria are parasites parasitic protozoa belongs to the genus Plasmodium, that are Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium falciparum, Plasmodium malariae, Plasmodium ovale. Mode of transmission by the bite of female Anopheles mosquito. Incubation period, time between mosquito bite and appearance of fever is more than 10 days, ranging from 12 to 40 days. Signs and symptoms: periodic chills and fever, enlargement of spleen and secondary anemia. Prevention and control is as follows. Early diagnosis through examination of blood smears. Immediate notification of health authorities. Hygienic measures like good drainage. This will prevent stagnation of water where mosquito breeding takes place. Next, destruction of mosquitoes by spraying DDT or kerosene. Prevention of mosquito bite by rubbing mosquito repellents or using mosquito nets. Treatment with anti-malarial drugs like quinine and chloroquine. And seventh one is health education about proper drainage and related sanitary measures. Next one is filariasis, or also called as filaria. Causative agents of filaria parasites that are called W. bronchopti, B. malayi, and Brugia timori. Mode of transmission is by bite of infected female Culex mosquito. Its incubation period is 6 to 18 months. Signs and symptoms are lymphangitis, encephalitis of scrotum, legs and arms, pulmonary eosinophilia, filarial arthritis. Its prevention and control is by vector control, that is elimination of breeding places of mosquitoes by sanitization and wastewater disposal. And chemotherapy is used, that is diethyl carbamazine, that is also known as DEC. Next part is surface infection. Under surface infection, our very first disease is rabies. Is an acute and highly fatal viral disease affecting central nervous system. Once animal gets infected with this disease, he rarely lives more than 10 days. Rabies is known as hydrophobia because patient shows fear from water and is unable to drink water in spite of intense thirst. It is a disease of warm-blooded animals, that is dog, cats, fox, monkeys, jackals, wolves. Dog is a common source of infection to man. Causative agent is Lissa virus. Its mode of transmission is the virus is secreted in the saliva of affected animals like dogs, fox, jackals and transmitted to man from these animals by their bites or licks. Its symptoms are pain at the bite site, fever, headache, muscle ache, sore throat, depression. Incubation period is, in man it ranges from 10 days to 8 months, is shorter in children. Signs and symptoms: headache, slight fever, pain at the site of wound, saliva runs from the mouth, stimulation of all parts of central nervous system, patient cannot tolerate noise and bright light, difficulty in swallowing, fear of water, respiratory paralysis, convulsions, death rate is 100%. Prevention and control, that is pre-exposure, is persons at high risk of exposure should be protected by pre-exposure immunization. Control of dog population, and third is pet dogs should be vaccinated properly. Post-exposure controlling measures are neutralize the inoculated virus before it can enter the nervous system. Application of antiseptics, suturing of the wounds, local application of anti-rabies serum around the wound, injection Titavac. 6. Suitable antibiotic is given if required. And 7th, immunization with anti-rabies vaccine. Next infection is trachoma. Is a chronic disease and is important cause of blindness in the world. It is more common in early summer and monsoon. It is common in school children. Causative agent is Chlamydia trachomatis. Mode of spread by direct contact or indirect contact, handling of towels, clothes, surma, kajal, etc. Used by infected person. Flies also plays an important role in spreading the trachoma. Incubation period is varies from 5 to 12 days. Signs and symptoms: trachoma produce inflammation and scarring of the conjunctiva. This leads to inward deviation of eyeballs and lid margin. The eyelashes produces abrasions of the cornea which results in corneal ulcer. Ultimately, it leads to blindness. Prevention and control. Mass treatment of all people with drugs like sulfonamides and tetracyclines. Surgical correction of eyelid deformities. Environmental sanitization like fly control, safe water supply, improvement of the personal and general hygiene, and fourth one is health education about cleanliness of family members and environment. Third one is tetanus. Tetanus, or also known as lockjaw, is an acute disease distributed throughout the world. Causative agent is Clostridium tetani. Mode of transmission: first, main transmission is through contamination of wound by tetanus spores. The injuries that can cause tetanus are pinprick, abrasion, puncture wound, burn, human bite, animal bite, stings, unsterile injections or surgical instruments, compound fractures, etc. Signs and symptoms are muscular rigidity that remains throughout the illness, spasmodic pain of voluntary muscles, particularly facial muscles, muscles of back and neck and of lower limbs and abdomen. It is often characterized by lockjaw. Prevention and control. First, immunizing children by DPT, that is diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus, or DT means only diphtheria, tetanus vaccines. Immunizations with TT, that is tetanus toxoid. It is preferred to immunize patient actively as well as passively after an injury by ATS. Complete sterility measures undertaken during the childbirth and any surgery. Sixth is benzathine penicillin can be given by intramuscular route. Fourth is leprosy. Leprosy is also known as Hansen's disease. Leprosy is a chronic communicable disease being curable and non-hereditary. It is distributed throughout the world. This disease mainly affects skin, peripheral nerves, muscles, bones, eyes, testes, nasal mucosa, and internal organs. Causative agents are Mycobacterium leprae. Signs and symptoms: hypopigmented patches over the skin, partial or total loss of cutaneous sensation in the affected area, thickening of the nerves, presence of acid-fast bacilli in the skin or nasal smear. Its incubation period is long and varies from few months to a number of years. Mode of transmission: leprosy is mainly transmitted by direct or indirect contact of an infected patient. Sometimes it is transmitted by droplet infection through nasal and oral secretions of the patient. It may be transmitted through breast milk of Lepromatous mother, by insect vector, or by tattooing needles. Prevention and control: detection of cases of leprosy and tracing the contacts, especially children of the patient's house. Second, multi-drug therapy for control and cure. Third, prevention of contact between the patient and other normal persons, especially children. Selective isolation or hospitalization of the patient showing acute reactions or complications. Treatment of infected patient with dapsone. And fifth is rehabilitation of the patient with suitable work. Social and psychological rehabilitation is also necessary. Next part is sexually transmitted diseases, that is STD. Very first disease is syphilis. These are groups of communicable diseases which are transmitted by sexual intercourse and are caused by a wide range of bacterial, viral, protozoal, and fungal agents. Formerly, STDs include syphilis, gonorrhea, chancroid, limb granuloma venereum, that is LGV, AIDS, etc. Syphilis: in this disease, wound remains hidden and unnoticed due to stigma and shame. So, disease continues to spread in spite of availability of treatment. The causative agent of syphilis is Treponema pallidum. Mode of transmission is by sexual contact with infected person and affected mother to child. Incubation period is from 10 days to 10 weeks. Signs and symptoms are headache, sore throat, irregular fever, cutaneous rash, lesions on the skin, bones, tongues, testes, liver, aorta, etc. Prevention and control is avoid unsafe sexual contact. And second one is penicillin injection. Second is gonorrhea. The causative agent of gonorrhea disease is Neisseria gonococcus. Gonorrhea caused by gonococci. Gonorrhea affects the mucous membranes of urethra, anorectal mucosa, conjunctiva. It also affects membrane of vagina, cervix, and distinct organs like joints, valves of heart, and ocular apparatus. Its incubation period is 3 to 10 days. Mode of transmission: it is transmitted through sexual intercourse with an infected partner. Prevention and control: first, detection of cases and tracing the contacts. Second is screening of special groups like army personnel, industrial workers, and blood donors, etc. Third, treatment with procaine-penicillin or penicillin with probenecid. Fourth, social therapy like preventing prostitution and rehabilitation of prostitutes. And fifth one is health education about sexually transmitted diseases and their problems. Third is AIDS. This is a very fatal disease. AIDS is caused by the virus known as human immune deficiency virus, that is HIV. HIV attacks the WBC and destroys the defense system of body. Thus death of a person takes place. Causative agents of AIDS. AIDS is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, also called as Slim disease, is predominantly a sexually transmitted disease. It is a fatal illness caused by retrovirus known as human immunodeficiency virus HIV. Mode of spread: sexual contact, that is vaginal, oral, or anal sex. Through transfusion of blood infected with AIDS virus. Through contaminated needles and syringes. It is transmitted from infected mother to the fetus through placenta. Incubation period is 10 years. Signs and symptoms: weight loss 10% of body weight, chronic diarrhea or of more than a month's duration, prolonged fever either intermittent or constant of more than a month's duration, persistent cough of more than a month's duration, generalized pruritic dermatitis, recurrent herpes zoster infection, oropharyngeal candidiasis, generalized lymphadenopathy. Prevention and control: screening of blood donors for AIDS, screening of high-risk groups like prostitutes and drug addicts. Third, use of disposable syringes for injections. Fourth, avoid indulgence in multiple sex partners. Avoid oral anal sex. Use of contraceptive devices like condoms. Generating awareness through health education about AIDS, its problems, and method of prevention.